தமிழ்நாடு காங்கிரஸ் கமிட்டி தலைவர் திரு அழகிரி அவர்களே, ஃபார்மர் பிசிசி பிரசிடென்ட் திரு தங்கபாலு அவர்களே, AICC secretaries Shri Sanjay Dutt and Shri Srivala Prasad, working presidents திரு ஜெயக்குமார் அவர்களே, மோகன் குமாரமங்கலம் அவர்களே, எல்லா சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர்களே, டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் காங்கிரஸ் பிரசிடென்ட் இந்த மாவட்ட தலைவர் BMC மனோகர் அவர்களே, ரேஞ்சர் காங்கிரஸ், மகிழா காங்கிரஸ், NSUI, INTUC, all department cells, எல்லா தலைவர்களே, all my dear Congress brothers and sisters, தாய்மார்களே, சகோதர சகோதரிகளே, நண்பர்களே, first of all I want to congratulate the Coimbatore District Congress Committee, Shri VMC Manoharan, for having organized this Air Kalupe Yatra. Air Kalupe Yatra, huge gathering has come attended this program, and due to the efforts of the District Congress Committee, the Block Congress Committee, the Pradesh Congress Committee, our working president Mohan Kumar Mangalam, and all the people of this district, I congratulate on having organized a successful program which is going to send a message not only in Coimbatore but throughout Tamil Nadu. Our Honorable President Shri Alagiri ji, Shri Jyoti Mani also is here, Shri Mayappan also is here, and many leaders are also there on the dais. In Tirunamalai, when they organized the Congress farmers meeting against the anti-farmer policies of Narendra Modi and central government, it was a very big successful program. I would like to say that that program and today's program is going to be a turning point in Tamil Nadu politics. It is going to strengthen the Congress party, and we are going to take the issues to the people of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Senthil also is over here, who has joined us. I have known him from before. He was in Karnataka. He was a very good officer, one of the most honest officers that I have seen, who worked for the people of the district as district commissioner, and today he also spoke very well. So Congress party has always taken up issues of the people. Today's issue, Air Kalupe Yatra, this is the issue of the people. This is the issue of people's livelihoods. How the policies of the government, whether in the center or in the state, are affecting the lives and the future of the farmers. In politics, what are we there in politics for? We have not joined politics to build a temple, to build a mosque, to build a church. We have not joined politics so that I can become minister or MP or MLA. We have joined politics because we want to serve the people, to fight for the people's issues, to see that the poor people, the downtrodden, the people who are marginalized, they are strengthened. They are given justice. That is the principle of the Congress party. We believe in secularism, we believe in social justice, and we believe in fighting for the rights of the common man. Shri Rahul Gandhi, whenever he takes up an issue, he never takes up an issue to support the industrialist, to support the capitalist, to support the businessman. If you see throughout Rahul Gandhi's history, he has taken out struggles, he's taken out padayatras, he's taken out rallies. For whom has he taken out? On whose behalf does he speak in parliament? He has always spoken on the behalf of the farmer. He has spoken on the behalf of the Dalits. He has spoken on behalf of the women. He has spoken on the behalf of the youth. He has spoken on the behalf of those who are suffering, tribals, those people for whom they don't have a voice. For such people, Rahul Gandhi has given a voice. Congress party is going to give a voice. We are going to fight for the people. That is what we are here for. We are here to unite the country. But whenever anything happens that goes against the people's, their own life, we fight for that cause. So today, this Plo Yatra that we are doing, the issues have already been discussed. The bills that have been brought by the Modi government. My question to Modi government is, why bring the bills now? All the issues have already been spoken. Last 8 months we are in the pandemic. Nobody can gather, nobody can agitate, nobody can protest, no assembly, no Lok Sabha, no parliament. Why bring these bills? When you bring such bills which affect the people's life, which can have a very big effect on their livelihood, that should be discussed with the people. Any bill regarding the farmer should be taken into confidence. Any bill regarding the traders should be taken into confidence. But today that is not happening. We saw what happened in Parliament. This bill was passed, unconstitutionally this bill was passed. In the Rajya Sabha, this bill was going to fail because majority of the opposition parties had got together to see that this bill will not be passed in the Rajya Sabha. So what did the government do? I think many Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha members are here. They know better how the deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha did not allow the voting to take place. In fact, even AIADMK MPs were going to vote against the bill. I do not know how today AIADMK is going and standing and welcoming Amit Shah. Because they wanted to vote against this bill in Rajya Sabha. But today they are not able to raise their voice. So, why do this in a democracy? If you believe in democracy, you should take people's opinion. There should be discussion, debate. Then a decision should be taken. Here, no discussion, no debate. Our Prime Minister, he does not believe in discussion. All he believes in is Man ki baat, man ki baat, man ki baat. எனக்கு मन की बात வேண்டாப்பா, எனக்கு काम की बात வேண்டும், काम की बात வேண்டும், मन की बात வேண்டாம் எனக்கு. We want काम की बात. Every time bhashan, every time nice slogans, cooperative federalism. What is the meaning of cooperative federalism? That is what Modi spoke when he became Prime Minister. Cooperative federalism. That means I will take all the states into confidence. We will work together. Today that is not happening. Agriculture is a state subject. But today central government is encroaching upon the state subject. Education is a state subject. Today the central government is encroaching upon the state subject. Finance is a state subject. Today after GST, every state has lost its power to raise taxes, to collect taxes, and today we have to go with the begging bowl to Government of India, and they are betraying us. In the GST, Government of India has betrayed every state. What rightfully we should get the money, they are not giving it to us. We saw what all is happening. We are seeing what is happening. So this is not democracy. This is a dictatorship. You listen to me. If you don't listen to me, I'm going to finish you. So how long can this country go on like this? So every time these slogans, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. What is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Modi ji? Sabka Saath is what? You don't want Muslims? You don't want Christians? You attack the Dalits? Nobody's voice can be raised. Opposition parties' voices are suppressed. Anybody talks against them? IT raid, ED raid, CBI raid. What is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas? Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. For that, we should have a big heart. We should have a very, very big heart for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Unfortunately, our Prime Minister, in his 56-inch chest, there is a very, very small heart there. There is no heart in the Prime Minister's chest. Chest is very big, 56-inch, 56-inch chest. But in that chest, the heart is there. No, it's a very small heart. You cannot run the country like this by fermenting violence, creating enmity. Tamil Nadu is the same thing BJP wants to do today. They want to create violence. They want Hindus and Muslims and Christians to fight against each other, different castes to fight against each other, create some situation, divide the people, and then take the benefit because they want to emotionally confuse the people. Today they have, in Tamil Nadu BJP president is a scheduled caste person. I'm happy they made a scheduled caste person. But my question to BJP is, throughout your history, have you ever fought for the rights of the scheduled caste? When reservation was brought about, who opposed reservation in this country? When Baba Saheb Ambedkar said, we need to have reservation for the Dalits, for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, who were the people opposing Baba Saheb Ambedkar for reservation? It was the same Jan Sangh, it was the same RSS, the same Sangh Parivar. Who opposed reservation for backward classes? Same BJP. Who opposed the Mandal Commission? When reservation was given for backward classes throughout the country, who opposed it throughout and did agitations? The same Bharatiya Janata Party. When Arjun Singh Ji gave reservation for backward classes in higher learning institutions, who opposed that? They went to Supreme Court. Who went to Supreme Court? Bharatiya Janata Party, Member of Parliament, Sri Rama Jois went to Supreme Court to say that they should not be given reservation. And when the constitutional amendment was made in Panchayati Raj systems, where chairmen, mayors, Panchayati chairmen, backward class, Mahila, ACST should become chairmen, who opposed that reservation? Bharatiya Janata Party opposed that reservation. So, when it comes to the life of a scheduled caste, when it comes to empowering them, when it comes to giving them strength, scheduled caste or backward classes, you did not support. But today, just to divide them, you are using all this. So, we have to now, the Tamil Nadu Congress, I want to tell that we will, in this coming elections, the Congress party will work very hard. The Congress party will organize. We will take up this Plow Yatra, this Farmers Yatra, throughout the state to every constituency, send the message, spread the message. What is happening in this country today? What is happening in Tamil Nadu? And in the next election, the alliance of the DMK, Congress, VCK, Communist Party will win with a thumping majority and we will emerge very strong in Tamil Nadu. There need not be any fear about the alliance because alliance is based upon mutual trust and respect. And I have full faith in DMK that they have full trust and faith with us and we have the same trust and faith with them. Any issues will be sorted out. But ultimately, our aim is to what? Our aim is to win. And this time, the Congress party, our goal, our aim, along with this issue that we are taking up, just giving a speech today and going back and not talking about is no use. Today we can have a big gathering. We've had a big gathering. But after you go away from here, you should go and talk to everybody. You become the voice of the Congress. You become the spokesman of the Congress. In each of your taluka, your village, your city, you should now organize. You have to get ready for the election. And in this election, maximum number, how many ever seats Congress party gets, in all the seats Congress should win. That should be our aim. And that we can only do by working hard. That we can only do by going to the people and talking to them. That we can only do by being strong, being united, speaking with one voice, and taking up the issues that concern the people. So, we have many achievements. We have done many good things. When Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, 10 years, this country saw great progress. Today, economy has gone down. There are no jobs. After independence, highest unemployment is there in the country today. Our GDP has collapsed. But all that we can hear is them coming and speaking, and of course, many of the media people also, unfortunately, they are now have to be forced, they are being coerced, forced to propagate them. Because if anybody talks against Modi, if anybody criticizes the Prime Minister, that media person will be in trouble. So either they'll be arrested or there will be some problem against that company, whether it is TV or print. This kind of fear psychosis, that is the dangerous part that we are facing today. Congress never in its history, we have always wanted everybody to grow. We have never suppressed anybody. We have never said that people's voice should not be raised. We have never said that there should not be agitation. We have never said that you should not oppose us. We believed in democracy because we have sacrificed for democracy. So saying that, I would like to say that this program, it has given us great strength. It has given us great energy. It is giving us a direction. And all of us together, the leaders of the Congress party, we will work together, win the confidence not only of our party workers, but the confidence of the people of Tamil Nadu. And bring about the change, not only in Tamil Nadu, but throughout the country. Our aim is what? Our aim is to see that Sri Rahul Gandhi ji becomes the Prime Minister of this country and gives justice to everybody. Because he is the Prime Minister of the country, let me tell you, there will be a different kind of country. This hate, this animosity, this feeling of hatred between each other. We need somebody who's got a good heart, who feels for the people, who understands the people's problem. And that is the person we have, Sri Rahul Gandhi. So let us do that. I want to thank all of you for coming here, for having organized this wonderful program. And let us go forth with strength, with unity, with one voice. Thank you very much. Anevarukkum nandri vanakkam. Thank you.